Don't just talk about it, be about it. I'm here to talk to you about how to develop a brand ambassadors by becoming mission driven and making your organization's visions clear. This is for the nonprofit CEO or board of director who wants to be more productive, be more organized, and attract more like-minded people, promote positive change, make a difference, and reduce frustration and burnout. So if this is you, you are in the right place. The purpose of nonprofit organizations in general is to improve the quality of life for others at a community, local, state, national, and even global level. As a leader of a nonprofit, you must be inspired by your purpose, but you should also recognize that being inspired to do good and taking action is two very different things. Let me give you an example. I'm a Christian and I often attend church service on Sunday. My minister, Pastor Larry Johnson, is amazing, and every Sunday he inspires me to be better, to do better. But I always come a little short sometimes when I'm faced with difficult situations, like someone cut me off, or someone jumps in front of me, or someone is short with me. So I'm inspired on Sunday, but it's very much different to really act out and be in action by that inspiration. So being inspired to do good and taking action are very different. You must become a force for good. A force in general, the definition means to strengthen or energy as an attribute of a physical action or movement. And so being a force for good is taking action. Taking the right action is required before you can make sustainable changes in your nonprofit. Don't just talk about it, be about it. By embracing your force for good and reaching your vision or your organization. You must also recognize that you cannot do this by yourself. It definitely takes a village. So you want the right people on your team. Your nonprofit organization's very purpose is to improve the quality of life. This world needs what you have. It is time to get focused and truly become that force for good by getting the right people on your team and developing brand ambassadors to support your mission. Time is of the essence. Tomorrow is not promised. You may be asking yourself, who am I? Who is this person before you here to make you, motivate you? What makes me qualified? Well, I'm the CEO of the Nurturing Wellness Group Foundation. I'm a registered nurse, a high school teacher, and a certified legal nurse consultant. I'm also an entrepreneur and a published author. I had COVID-19. I am a survivor. Over 600,000 people died of COVID-19, and I survived it. Now, I didn't just have a little or a slight case of COVID-19. I was extremely sick. I was infected with the virus in March of 2020. I was hospitalized for over 29 days. I was on the vent for 15 days. I lost my hair. All of my hair fell out. I also had brain damage. I had scarring of my lungs, and I'm still struggling with depression. When I woke up from being on the vent, I lost my memory. And I remember, the only thing that I did remember was my mom. I called out for my mom. I had forgot that I had been married for 29 years and that I had two wonderful boys. Losing my memory was a horrible thing. But more horrible than that was being connected to the fact that I had not walked out my vision or my purpose for my life. This experience allowed me to become very present to the fact that the Lord orchestrated everything in my life for me to do what I'm supposed to do, to carry out my mission of helping young people achieve their goals. I work with young people who have barriers that prevent them from being successful. And I have been working and doing this for a very long time, over 8 years. But I was not doing it I wasn't as aggressive as I needed to be. So I almost lost my life in 2020. And so there is no turning back, no more wasting time. Tomorrow is not promised to you. You have something to do, an assignment. The world needs what you have. It is time to get focused and truly become that force for good by getting the right people on your team and developing brand ambassadors to support your mission. So you may be asking, what is a brand ambassador? So let me break it down. A brand is a business concept that helps people identify a company, product. Brands help shape people's perception of a company, their products, or an individual. An example of a brand, let me give you an example of McDonald's. McDonald's has a very powerful brand that has led to them being worth over $100 billion. But when you really think about McDonald's food, in my opinion, they really can't compete to my local bar and grill. I have this local bar and grill in my area in Detroit, Michigan that's called Miller's. They, to me, have the best burgers. They're fresh. All they sell is burgers and fries. And of course, it's a bar, so they sell liquor. But their burgers are just to die for. When you compare them to McDonald's, in my opinion, doesn't stand a chance. But McDonald's food is okay. But how are they making over $100 billion with just okay burgers and fries? They are very intentional about their brand, and everything they do is contingent on that brand. So as you see, brand makes a major impact in perception and profits. A brand ambassador, on the other hand, is a person who is enlisted by an organization to represent a brand in a positive light. And by doing so, they help increase that brand awareness. You may not have money like McDonald's, but what we do have is influence. The brand ambassador is meant to embody the identity and the appearance and the value and the ethics of an organization. You may be saying, what will this do for me? When you have brand ambassadors, your organization can be more productive, be more organized, attract more like-minded people, get more funding, increase awareness, and reduce frustration and burnout. The brand ambassador is meant to embody your nonprofit's identity, but before you can enlist them, meaning brand ambassadors, you must have an identity that is reflected through your mission and your vision. So to get started, you must roll up your sleeve and take action, and I can help. Stay with me to the end of this session, and I will provide you with a step-by-step strategy assessment tool that will help you immediately identify the areas that you need to strengthen to reach your vision. Now, some organizations never take time to develop a mission or vision. Other organizations develop their mission and vision and never look at it again. But some organizations allow their mission and vision to guide their organization goals. Now look at that list. Which one are you? As I said, your mission and your vision statement establishes long-term direction and goals that guide your daily operations. They provide the foundation for your nonprofit's programs, services, communication, organization, and culture. I'm about to jump into some more content. And so what I want you to do right now is to get very, very present to what we're going to be talking about. Please turn off everything, your phone, your TV, and grab a pen and a paper and take notes. If you are distracted, you're not going to get what I'm trying to share with you in this session. This is for people who are serious about this. So if that's you, put away the distractions and let's get busy. Now, your mission to become a mission-driven business, it exists solely to do good in the world. Nonprofit organizations are purpose-driven. They exist solely to solve a problem. A mission statement encourages people to think about how their actions will impact the future success and positive company culture. Because mission statements direct employees' actions, they can have a significant impact on how the organization itself will grow over time. Mission-driven means that you run your business in pursuit of your mission. Mission-driven leaders bear the responsibility of instilling that passion for mission achievement throughout the organization. They must assess whether their team has the skills, knowledge, and talent to manage the mission. They must affirm what the company plans to achieve and push toward the desired results. How do you become a mission-driven leader? I'm going to go over a few steps. One, you must make it the core of your business. It's not enough to just have mission statements. A true purpose needs to be so foundational to your core of your business that it drives every decision that you make. When you have your weekly meetings, you need to make sure it's connected to your mission. When you have your monthly and your quarterly goals, they all need to come back or connect to your mission. Number two, becoming mission-driven is to understand what motivates you and your team. Let me explain a little bit what I mean by that. You need to build enough self-awareness and relationship skills to understand what motivates you and your team. The best team operates with the same purpose and goal in mind. For example, during your interviews or your conversations with your volunteers and your staff, you should find out what they are passionate about and make sure that what they are passionate about is truly connected to your mission. And then you place them accordingly. So if you have people on your team that loves to do something that's connected to your mission, you want to make sure that the roles that you give them to carry out is connected to their passions. The third thing to become a mission-driven is to empower behaviors to promote the mission. So the purpose-driven business does not happen by accident, nor does it have a mission ensure an organization's purpose come to life. Fostering purpose requires an active approach and can be measured by organizational behavior. For example, if you are going to be mission-driven, you need to empower positive behavior to promote your mission. For example, being on time, having an agenda, being consistent, reviewing your mission on a regular basis, reminding your team how their role impacts the mission. It empowers your behavior to promote the mission. The fourth strategy that you can embrace to become a mission-driven organization or leader is to measure your performance. Finding relevant performance indicators and metrics for your business is very important. And measuring your impact is the first step to being able to manage its effectiveness. So, for example, you can use things like funding and the amount of people that you've been able to help, but you can go even deeper by measuring the fact that you're having regular meetings, monthly meetings, or the number of clients that you're partnering with. Of course, you can use funding goals, the amount of volunteers you have. So measuring your performance will help you stay motivated, and also sharing those measurements with your team plays a major part as well. So what I want you to understand that you must have a mission, and you must be mission driven. Your mission must be a part of your core of your business. You must understand what motivates you and your team. You must become empowered by your behaviors. Your behaviors must promote your mission. And also, your mission, to become mission driven, you must measure your performance on a regular basis and have standard indicators in place to make sure that you're measuring that you are making strides towards your mission. Now, for the next part, I'm going to be talking about your vision. For this section, I must give Michael Hyatt, the author of The Vision Driven Leader, credit. I love that book, and I would recommend that you purchase it. It definitely helped me in changing my organization's focus on vision. It is an outline of what an organization would look like to ultimately achieve a vision. Also, it gives purpose to the existence of an organization. I like to say that a vision is fixed. It doesn't change. Once you establish a vision, it's where you're trying to go. It's your intention. It's the direction you're trying to go. I like to think of a vision as being your destination or your intention. So, for example, when you are going on a trip, there is a specific destination that you want to go on. And so think of vision as being your destination. It is fixed, it's where you're trying to go. It creates a new reality. When you think about your vision, you need to make it something that you're trying to achieve. Because if it's something that everybody is doing, then you might as well jump on the bandwagon with someone else. But when you are trying to develop a vision for your organization, you want to make it a new reality, something that is going to have some challenge to it. If you don't know where you're going, how on earth will you get there? And I like to extend this a little bit more. If you don't know where you're going, how do you know when you arrive? And so it's very important as a nonprofit organization for you to have a vision, have a destination. Where are you trying to go? What are you trying to do? So, of course, there's characteristics of a vision statement. And so a vision is very specific, it's measurable, it's obtainable, it's realistic, and it's timely. A good vision statement have common components. It is written in present tense, not in future tense. For example, it's written as if you've already accomplished it. They describe what we will feel, hear, think, say, and do, as if we had reached our vision already. So you write a vision in present tense. The vision for my nonprofit, which I think is a great example, is this: an empowered and purpose-driven youth with strong connections to a support system for lifelong guidance and encouragement. My nonprofit, it's the Nurturing Wellness Group Foundation, and I'm going to read mine because I think it gives a great example of writing a vision statement in present tense as if it already occurred. The Nurturing Wellness Group's vision is an empowered and purpose-driven youth with strong connections to a support system for lifelong guidance and encouragement. As you see, my vision is very specific, and you feel it, you hear it, you can put your hand on it. An empowered, purpose-driven youth, strong connections to a support system, and lifelong guidance and encouragement. And so my vision, I'm able to motivate the people that I work with that this is where we're trying to go. This is our fixed vision. So there are 5 values of a vision to become a vision-driven leader that I want to share with you. Your vision helps overcome stumbling blocks along the way. First, with a clear vision, minor setbacks and obstacles won't appear as large. Vision helps leaders persevere. So, for example, when you are confronted with an obstacle, maybe you don't have enough funding, or maybe you don't have enough people to drive your mission, you recognize that that is a setback. But because your vision is fixed, you keep your mind and your eye on the prize, and you change your strategies, not your vision. Another vision I want to share with you, because I did share that McDonald's is a billion-dollar company. Their vision statement is to move with velocity, to drive the profitable growth and become an even better McDonald's, serving more customers delicious food each day around the world. So their vision is growing with speed. And so that's why they started off as one of the fast food industries, one of the best fast food industries in our society, because their vision is they want to move quickly. They want to drive profits. And of course, they are walking out their vision. I'm going to give you some other organization visions to kind of see what you think. Have they captured what they set out to achieve? So Instagram, capture and share the world's movements. LinkedIn, create economic opportunities for every member of the global workforce. Nike, to bring inspiration and innovation to every athlete in the world. Sony, to be a company that inspires and fulfills your curiosity. TED, this is with TED Talk, spread ideas. Tesla, to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. Uber, we ignite opportunities by setting the world in motion. Whole Foods, to nourish people and the planet. As I'm sure, as I read those vision statements from these organizations, you saw what that organization stands for, because you know their brand. And so definitely some great organizations are doing some great things. So vision helps overcome stumbling blocks along the way. And I'm sure these organizations have had many stumbling blocks, but what has kept them focused is their vision. The second characteristic that I want you to, or that I would like for you to embrace, is that vision-driven leaders provide focus. Vision provides a point of focus. If everyone has a clear picture of the long-term goal, they focus better on the short-term goals that are set before them. The vision is fixed, so you change your strategy. So when you have everybody focused on a fixed vision, they are more adaptable with changing the strategy. Number 3, vision provides meaning and purpose. A shared vision is essential to the proper function and the survival of a company. Most experts believe that without a sharp or shared vision, work may feel meaningless and purposeless. If your vision is shared, then motivation and purpose are also shared. Ralph Lauren stated, this is a statement that I thought was pretty interesting. A leader has the vision and conviction that a dream can be achieved. He inspires the power and energy to get it done. I thought that that was pretty profound. Number 4, vision-driven leaders inspire and motivate. Great leaders have the unique ability to share their vision and inspire others to establish both short-term and long-term goals. So believe me, having a strong vision is so important to drive your organization. And it's also very important because when you have a strong vision and you have a strong mission, you make sure that your team are on board and they're inspired and they become brand ambassadors. One of the biggest challenges people have is they don't have enough time to get everything done, especially as a CEO of a nonprofit. You have marketing, fundraising, networking, budgeting, staffing. I know it's a lot. This is why you need brand ambassadors. You need like-minded people to help strive and grow your brand. You need help. Another thing that people struggle with, a problem that nonprofit CEOs have, is that they just don't know what they don't know. They lack the wisdom and they are scared to ask for help. So I am here telling you that making sure that you have a mission and a vision is the starting point. Because once you identify that your vision is extremely strong and you know where you want to go, then you know who to put on the bus. You know who you want to ride this out with you, the right people. You know what to ask because this is where you're trying to go. And also, I'm available to help with this if you work with me. I will share how in a few minutes. I am looking for quality partners to help work with me. Like I said, I work with young people and I help them overcome barriers to prevent them from being successful. So what I do is I recognize that I can't do it by myself. And I'm always looking for people to work with me. So please visit me in the virtual booth to learn how you can work with me. And also, I'm going to share a step-by-step strategy assessment tool that will help you immediately identify the areas that you need to strengthen to reach your vision. So the ways you can work with me is you can become a referring organization. I know it takes a village to help others and to do what we do. And so I take my students only so far. But what I would like to do is to refer them to organizations that are able to support them. So I would like to enlist your support by referring your organization to my students. But I also understand that there's a lot of organization who has the right inspiration, but they may not have all their ducks in a row. So I would like to also come alongside you as a consultant and help you develop your strategic plan. I can help your organization become strong so that when I refer my students to your organization, I know that you are going to do what needs to be done. So you can partner with me so that I can refer my students to your organization. You can allow me to work with you so that I can strengthen your organization so that you can reach your vision. And one last thing, we can partner with us, the Nurturing Wellness Group, and you can utilize our services to support your mission.
I truly hope that you reach out to me and visit me at the virtual booth, and so that you can get to know me and learn more about my organization. Thank you so much for staying to the end. And now I'm going to provide you with the link to the step-by-step strategic assessment tool that will help you immediately identify the areas that you need in order to be successful and reach your vision. Thank you so much for your time. God bless.